Episode 9 was pretty corrupt. It started up, but the whole thing had no audio. The first part was so badly compressed that it was hardly viewable. The next part was just plain static for the rest of the video. Great. 2 missing episodes, I thought. Episode 10 wasn't, however. It started with some weird, offbeat carnival music and showed Appy. As the show went on, he went and looked worse and worse. As in injury worse. He was in his van, driving against the road, which looped on and on. Eventually, he reached the playground. Many children were at play. Happy looked like he was ready to kill all of them. He said, "Hey kids, who wants to see Happy do a magic trick?" The kids cheered and ran into his van. He closed the door and drove off. After a few minutes, he came back, smiling like he had just killed them all. The inside of his van was covered in blood as well. I couldn't take it anymore. For some reason, Happy was making me feel nauseous, but I marched on. The remainder of the show before the credits was him reading the news. He looked absolutely normal until the camera zoomed down on the newspaper, which was reporting on future events that didn't happen for a long time. Just a few examples were the Libyan riots, the death of Michael Jackson, and the SS Columbia disaster. Meanwhile, there were random breaks, which showed a behind-the-scenes look at him murdering a child in his van. At the credits, Appy was holding a knife covered with blood. The camera shot down where there was a table. A hand with cut marks was visible. It cut to a blank screen with white text. "If you get these DVDs, I copied Happy over to them. I wanted to preserve this so that they weren't lost forever." Now you might wonder, how did Nick allow all 10 episodes or 7? I don't know. They just did. That's what. If you want to know more, see me. Casey. Wait, who was Casey? Is that my friend, Kevin Seward Costco? Well, when I first met him, he did say that he worked with Nick until the end of Millennium. So he probably helped with Happy. I went to his house to talk to him about the show. When I entered, Kevin was at home, his wife sitting in his bedroom, crying. I asked her what had happened to Kevin. She replied with something that shocked me. "I don't know what happened. Someone or something kidnapped him last night. I don't know where, but he or she left this piece of paper. Take it." I got a folded up pieces of paper. I unfolded it, and it was a picture of Happy doing the 9/11 scene, with the exception that he looked badly scared like in episode 10. Before I left, I asked her how this horrifying episode's got on noggin. She replied with, he drugged the producers. He was going to... That was enough. I couldn't bear to take it anymore, so I left the house and drove off. When I got out, I started to walk back to my house. I heard a gunshot and screams from a woman, probably Kevin's wife. I instantly ran to my house because I knew whatever killed Kevin was trying to kill me. Before I opened the door, I saw one last glimpse of behind me. It was Kevin's mutilated arm in a bush and an unknown figure standing behind it. Hey, I wanted to know if anybody has any videos of Appy's episode. If you do, send me the link to one. Why am I asking this, even though I have a disc of 10 episodes? Well, I found the disc in pieces on my desk, and no, I didn't save the videos to my laptop, even though I should have. The way it was broken was almost like a claw had slashed the disc twice. There was also a note near it, saying, "No more evidence now, huh?" I wonder who was angry enough to destroy my disc. I finally got my Happy badge today, and it came in a box that, interesting enough, had a timestamp from 1999. More than likely, they still had some left over from when the show was quite popular, and I opened it. I got a letter from Happy and the badge. The badge was a silver bronze color, and had Happy smiling, but not with the death smile. Back of the badge said, Happy Helper Badge, imprinted on it. I read the letter. "To my friend, you have helped us save the Japanese. Of course, let me introduce myself. Unarguably, you have heard of me on Noggin. Can't understand what I'm saying? I'll give you the answer. Happy. He helps kids all day." Now, where do I begin with this gift? Today I'll be giving you a nice badge, right from the old playground. How did I get these, you ask? Running across the playground, I tripped on a rock. I fell down, but I noticed the ground was uneven. Undoubtedly, something was buried, so I dug around and I found a crate filled with these badges. Now it's time to be off. Watch Nick Jr. at 8:30 CST to see my new adventures. Love, Happy. I checked the back for anything interesting. What I found were 2 lines of gibberish. I don't even know what they mean. Today, I got an email from a man who claimed to be a user on WikiLeaks. He heard about my research on Appy, so he tried to find any documents related to it. He did find one, which told employees never to air certain TV shows or movies. After browsing through a massive description of Crybaby Lane and other shows, I found this block of text. One show, originally named Happy Appy, was cancelled due to blood and gore. The original show depicted a personified apple named Happy Appy that taught kids how to handle certain injuries, and even had an episode based on teamwork called Her Happy. On the final and only 8th episode, it was only an hour when Noggin began to remove all traces of the show. Kids who watched the show's final were reported to obtain symptoms of nausea and sleep deprivation. A 2003 report says the episodes even depict explicit imagery of the September 11th terrorist attacks, even though the show was aired in 1999. I'm getting much more suspicious about this show. Hello, it's me again. Today I will tell you why I was gone so long. When they found Kevin Costner's body, they thought I was the murderer, so the police took me to court. On May 29th, I was found innocent due to the lack of evidence, because the body disappeared one day. I bet that Shadow Man took his body away. Also, I definitely know what Happy was predicting with the Japanese thing. I was looking up Happy Appy on YouTube when I found a video that said Kevin Costner interview, audio only, so I watched it. Here's a transcript. Are you Kevin Costner? Yes. The one who worked on Happy Appy? Yes. How did you get the job for Happy Appy? I had just graduated from an art college in late 1998. I heard about Nickelodeon Studios who were making cartoons, so I sent in a resume. A few weeks later, I got the job, and I was happy. Well, until shit hit the fan. What happened on the day you made the Happy Appy Mom? Okay, so basically we had to design a cute-looking puppet for a show. We started with a rusty stick that was lying on the floor of the studio, and made an apple out of clay and stuck it on the stick. We had baby blue eyes, as well as pupils, so he looked cuter and less frightening for children, huge green lips, and clay arms. Finally, we added a stem and a leaf. We thought it was perfect for the show. Who voiced Happy Appy? I don't remember his name, but I do remember who he was from. It was from a show called Fright House Screamers, where 4 teenagers would spend the night at haunted places. What happened to Fright House Screamers? When they were filming the 4th episode, one of the teenagers was found dead in the location they were doing. Besides, the show sucked ass. Was the West Happy the teenager who got killed? I'm pretty sure not. Back to Happy Appy. Why aren't there any surviving copies of Happy Appy? That's a good point. See, Nickelodeon owns the tapes somewhere, but they're not going to release them for a long time. There have been bootlegs, of course, but none show the episodes after episode 10, which is weird. How many episodes of Happy Appy were there going to be? 2 full 13-episode seasons. They only showed 10 or 8 of the first season before Happy was cancelled. However, my friend Jim says there's actually 2 seasons, but he was very drunk when he said that. Besides, I don't trust him at all. Do you know any other of the crew who worked on Happy Appy? I only know Jim. Oh god, I've been having nightmares of Happy since I saw those last episodes. The dreams range from Happy's death smile to happily brutally murdering a kid. Not only that, but I'm quite paranoid of apples. If I see one in my house, I eat it as quick as I can, or if it's in a store, I watch it very closely. Also, about the mysterious figure, I've been seeing him more, whether he's sitting on a mountain or standing in the forest. The figure never seems to leave me. Also, I've seen him more of him than to tell you more about his physical features. First off, he can't be made of shadow, because he has some sort of face with a mouth. However, the thing is, the mouth seems to be locked on one expression, which happens to be Happy's death smile. I'm gonna sound weird with this, but I wonder if he's happy. No, he can't be. There's a fine difference between this tall shadow man and Happy Appy, a child-sized apple. But more about his body. He looks to be slightly taller than me. For reference, I'm about 1.87 meters. And seems about meaning to wait for his height. I've boarded up my house because he obviously wants to kill me.